What's up, everybody? Welcome back to By the Book Bonus Bets. This is McDonald. My name is Nejad. And Meg, it's time. We're about 4 or 5 weeks away from the playoffs.
Yes.
It's time to look at some Super Bowl futures. And how about, what do you think about looking at some long shots? Because I don't think there's any value in us telling people that the Chiefs or the Bills or the Eagles or the Lions may have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Agreed. So let's do it.
Let's take a look at the Super Bowl futures. And again, the top 4 teams, they are off the board. We are not going to be able to pick any of those teams. So we're going to start with the Ravens on down. Do you have a team, just don't tell us the team, but do you have a team you like that's plus 1,000 or longer?
Yes, I do have a team, but I also think it's interesting that somehow the crew worked in the Washington Commanders in the bottom left of that graphic, 80-1.
I don't know who's responsible for that. I can't imagine who might be responsible for that. Okay, I'm going to start.
Okay.
My team that is 10-1 or longer is, what do you think?
Well, I just saw the graphic, but I know you want me to say the Jets.
It's the Jets. No, it's not the Jets. All right, I'm off the Jets train. You all know that. Last week I bet against them. I'm going with the shortest shot that I can take, the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, listen, this is a team that's really stumbling, but when the Ravens are playing Ravens football, which, oh, by the way, happens in December and January, when you got a running quarterback and you got a guy like Derrick Henry, you got backups like Justice Hill and Keaton Mitchell, and so many receivers, Meg, that they don't even know how to use them yet. We got Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely and Deontay Johnson, the acquisition pre-trade deadline. He hasn't even been worked into this thing yet. So I actually like where the Baltimore Ravens stand in terms of their odds. These bad losses that they've had lately have turned their odds from what I think should be like 6 or 7-1 into 10-1. And I'm happy to take them at 10-1. Give me the Ravens to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, their record stands for itself, right? 8-5 is an interesting record for the Baltimore Ravens at this point in the season. It's the same reason everyone was surprised by the way they started out the regular season as well, really, really poorly, which is why I'm fading the Baltimore Ravens. And I get it. I think Lamar Jackson and King Henry are elite. They can no longer abandon the run in the postseason when you have Derrick Henry in the backfield. However, the Baltimore Ravens cannot beat teams in their own division. So let's go down the board a little bit. Give me 22-1 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 words, Mike Tomlin. He alone can game plan for a team that does not have the talent like Baltimore does to find ways defensively to mess everything up. So I just love this number at 22-1. They find ways to win football games. And yes, Russell Wilson, is he probably past his prime? Yeah, he is, but he can still kind of sling it with that moon ball. And George Pickens is a menace to society, and I actually love it. And I actually believe Mike Tomlin is the only head coach in the National Football League that is capable of coaching a George Pickens. Yeah. Truly. So give me 22-1 on the Pittsburgh Steelers, just because the Baltimore Ravens can't beat Cleveland or the Steelers. And I will say this, the Steelers, tough sledding ahead. Holy cow, their schedule is very, very difficult to end out the regular season.
To your point, though, we thought this schedule was tough a few weeks ago, and they're still mowing down teams like the aforementioned Ravens. Can I just say something real quick?
Say it.
By the way, you're right about Mike Tomlin. He's probably one of the few coaches, he's no stranger to diva wide receivers, as we know. Okay, Russell Wilson. Okay, we mentioned the Jets, just real quick. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I was big on the Jets to win their division, all this stuff. He went from hero to zero real quick. Russell Wilson has gone the other way. Yeah. From zero to hero. I mean, we were kind of making fun of this guy, and all he's doing is balling like he was 5-6 years ago.
I will say he's easy to make fun of because he's
100%.
Corny, but he's also putting his head down, and Mike Tomlin immediately makes him cooler. You put your head down and you stop talking as much, you're just associated in a room with Mike Tomlin, okay, you're not as bad.
And he's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. Yeah. Steelers are fun to watch. I love the 22-1 call. I'm going in the division. I'm going to take the Ravens at a low point in the market. I'm going to take them at 10-1. Those are some long shot-ish Super Bowl futures. You can catch all our content, of course, some on By the Book bonus bets, but of course Monday through Friday on By the Book. We'll see you then, folks.